That's nasty. Cal Ripken. This is kind of a bust. Goozy. Krishan.
What do you get when you put two Minnesotans and a guy from Wisconsin together? Twist. The weekend sports talk. Get ready for some sports chatter where there's sure to be laughing, arguing, and maybe even crying. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Reeves, Matt Benz, and Greg Green Bay Bauman.
You're going to hear it. It's going to be great. What the fuck is up? Welcome in. Yeah. It might be chopped and screwed. It might be freeze frame. It doesn't matter at this point. We're knocking it out. We're here. Twist.
Had some technical difficulties this morning, trying to get the camera going.
Life.
It feels like my morning all wrapped up into the start of a show. Episode 88, titled Daily Defense. Our main sponsor. We're coming to you live at Absolute Sports Cards in Savage, Minnesota. Pop on down and get some sports memorabilia, like some stuff behind us.
Yes.
Some cards.
It's all for sale, folks.
Everything else. But we do have our guest, John Daly, is in the house, our main sponsor of the show. That was part of the gig when he came on board, was to he wanted to host a show.
Not only that, but yeah, I mean, he wanted to host a show, but we wouldn't be here without Johnny.
Yep.
You know, we at one point were robbed by a conniving producer, and Johnny just, he's there, dude. Johnny's there.
And
so
I had the DC Green Bay Bauman here.
Oh, yeah. Shout out GBG. You won't be able, you're going to do it. You're going to do it, man.
You know, purple and gold with just commemorate his absence.
That's right. Oh, my God.
Daily over here.
Oh,
yeah, make sure get that mic right up next to you.
This is a lot of purple shit going on right now. That's all right.
Well, it's better than last night with the Wolves.
Howling.
I was hoping that we'd go for the sweep. It's
Talk to Mikey. I talked to Mikey earlier in the week, and Mikey goes, I gotta go. I gotta go to the game. And I said, Mikey, it's not worth it at all. Oh, it's worth it. I gotta be there. And I said, it's game 3. It's game 3. They ain't clinching. They're not sweeping. So why go?
Shit, they're not winning.
And then wake up this morning to just a thumping.
Yeah,
Thank God I didn't stay up.
I saw this great meme on Facebook, guys, like this chick biting her lower lip, looking out, and it's like, oh, you're gonna make me ow.
Yeah, no howling. There was no howling last night. And that's all right. The best part about it, let me hear what you were thinking watching it, Mike.
Depression, anxiety. Yeah. No, the good thing about it, though, is I think we needed that to kind of regroup. I mean, we hadn't lost in the playoffs yet. To keep that momentum, you know, you could see the defense just wasn't there at all. They clicked. I mean, they're the defending champs. To think that we're just going to walk in and sweep them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though we smacked them around the first 2 games, I mean, it's a knockout heavyweight battle. So we're bound to get hit back, and we did. So now let's see how this young team responds on Sunday. You know, Ant, when I watch him, I think he could be a lot more aggressive. I truly believe it's a team game.
Sure.
Yep. But when you're struggling, when
you want him to take over,
take it over, because they honestly, until they double team him, he can swerve around him. He can do it all.
Yeah.
He could damn near score every possession.
Sure.
It's the youngster in him when he tries to force it after he makes a good 3 off a good possession, that he just forces the stuff up. And it's like, that's not when you're coming from behind. You're trying to, you know, get their lead down a little bit. You can't have bad possessions and bad shots. It's got to be smart executed, all of the above. But we left. I had a couple friends come over. 3rd quarter, I said, let's go.
Mean Mustine. Mean Mustine was there.
We're getting you guys drunk.
Yeah, Steen needed it. Steen always needs an extra fucking shot of something.
And his gal, she just loves to come out to Faribault. She loves, you know, we have a good time. So we got there like
12,000 sips.
God, no, boxers.
Boxers?
Yeah.
Is it like boxing?
No, it's boxers because it's the hole in the wall that people go to till bar close and they fight.
Ooh.
They used to be open until 2 a.m.
Daily defense, dude. Call them up.
Yeah, you should have given some cards.
Throw some hands, dude, at the boxer.
They used to be open until 2 a.m. and the cops put the kibosh on it because of all
It's
the
not a
cops.
good place to be.
So it's the best place to be. There's nowhere better to be to people watch.
There's nothing worse than these absolute 2 a.m. drunks that then, like, get arrested and come into my house. They're like, I was not committing a crime.
Yeah.
I was right.
Oh, yeah.
That guy had it coming.
Yeah, but I did, John.
How many times in county jail do I sit next to a guy and I go, what are you in here for? And he goes, man, it's just wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time.
You know?
That's how my DUI's went.
Yeah, every time, yeah.
Wasn't me. Nothing to do with me.
Yeah. That's where my DUIs came from. Wrong place, wrong time.
It wasn't the fact that you were drinking and driving. It was the fact that I
Oh
was
my god.
when I should have gone straight.
Yeah,
I
you.
look behind my shoulder. I'm like, all right, listen, the door's closed.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
can hear us.
Yeah.
Cut that bullshit out.
Yeah. No.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
But we're not going to say it. All right.
No, we're gonna get you out.
Yeah. We're gonna plead. We're gonna plead the fifth, dude. Yeah.
You prick.
Oh,
you
that's
should just
brilliant.
drive around at about 1:48.
I'm out there. I'm out there in the bread truck.
And just start passing those. Drive to the bars and say, "Hey, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you decide to and you get in trouble."
Best one I saw this morning, Johnny.
Yeah.
I saw this one on the way. I was like 2:30 this morning, headed to my first stop, and I see two cops got a person pulled over, and they're on the highway, and they're pulled over on the left side. And I'm like, that's your first mistake, dude. You're on the left side. You're always supposed to be on the right side when you pulled over. You're drunk.
Yeah,
It's tight. It's
Let me
tight.
just get over
You better
it.
call your girl. Call somebody. Say, come get my ride. I'm going to try to let them get the ride.
Sure, I noticed you want to do field sobriety testing in the ditch.
yeah. Pull over. I am pulled over.
Yeah,
Go straight
I went over.
Oh
And
my
that was the nice thing.
God.
We're walking distance, so we're sitting there. They do last call, and it's like 12:50.
What?
Wait a-
12:50
wait a
at
second,
night?
I thought they were closing.
What is going? No, nothing good's going on after fucking 10 o'clock.
Oh, it was great.
No.
I sent that. You saw the story I had.
Yeah, that homeboy. That's what's going on.
Hillbilly Tom was sitting there passed out.
Barstool Bill, dude.
All his
Just
friends left him,
yeah,
and he's sitting there.
Napping.
He's been working on the railroad
he's napping, man.
all day long.
Yeah, he earned that
He
Friday
was-
night
he was
siesta,
tired.
dude.
That Bush Light, he got about halfway through, and he says, "You know what? I'm done."
Weebles wobble, dude.
I kept those fireball shots coming for those two.
Yo!
Got them good and loose. That's I don't drink anymore, but I enjoy getting other people drunk.
Oh,
I want to live vicariously through them. I woke up this morning to take a leak, and you know what was right by the toilet? An empty glass of water. So I knew
somebody was going hard in the
somebody had some
paint.
trouble last night. And I woke
Oh.
up fresh. I woke up feeling great, ready for twists,
Every day.
ready to do it.
Go, Johnny.
That was it was funny that spread in that Wolves game went from like 4.5 to 3.
Isn't that
Big
wild?
goals.
Yeah.
And so my dad called. He's like, "Yeah, seems like the money's on the Nuggets there, and boom. I mean, they came out, Murray and Jokic. It's like
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize those two in Game 3 compared to Game 4 and 2, right?
Yeah.
And Edwards looked like Murray and Jokic
Yeah.
in games.
Where they
Yeah.
just kind of had the yips and there just wasn't the flow, And then you also get all the people that are chirping saying, well, Jamal Murray he should have been suspended for that game.
He should have.
And then he goes off in the first half and, you get the chirp, you get the Timberwolves Twitter fans that are out there like, this is ridiculous, You got to beat them. They are the reigning champions, and then everybody got excited and was like, oh, well,
I'm still excited.
everyone should be excited. This is a very young squad. We have this squad for a while, and they're only gonna become more relevant.
Johnny's not excited though. He said we're gonna lose.
I think in 7 games there's going to be 7 road wins.
If we go to seven, I don't like our chances.
No.
They need to win
tomorrow.
Win the next one, and go back and get in their heads.
I think that we probably win Sunday, but
It's scary.
if we lose Sunday, I think the road team is
Scary.
going to win every game.
It's gonna be tough. If we lose
That's so
Sunday, I
wild,
think
too.
we go home
Yeah.
and they take the series lead. Not that we'll lose it,
Yeah.
but I think they'll win again at home because that'll be 2 games momentum for them.
They did exactly what we did to them in the first 2 games is they took the whole crowd out of it. And when you can eliminate that home court advantage like we did in Denver, where the fans are just sitting there on their fucking hands, nobody's doing nothing. That's what they said last night. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, it's the fans' fault because that energy was flopped." And it's like, what are you talking about?
The fans' fault.
We got flopped. We got flopped. That's all it is.
2 things I noticed. One thing, Glenn Taylor looks like a dead zombie on the sideline. I swear he doesn't even know where he's at.
Glenn Biden.
I think
Look
that,
at
Glenn
Biden, baby.
100%.
He's working it.
And 2,
I love it.
I love how A-Rod still just shows up. Screw you. This is still
They're saying it's a civil war.
Minority owner.
Right.
That's
right.
the point. I think a lot of people miss out on that he just took away the majority part of it.
Yeah.
They still are owners. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. But I think, going back to the zombie part, I think he just snapped back too one day and was like, wait a second. What do you mean? What do you mean I sold part of the Timberwolves?
In your professional opinion, John, how long do you think this is going to be a long thing?
Well, I don't think it'll be that long. I think it'll be 8
Next year?
8 to 10 months.
Yeah.
But, one thing's for sure, with that much self-tanner, A-Rod should definitely not wear lace sweaters.
Man, he pops. In Minnesota, he's used to the Miami fucking tan.
He looked like a garbage truck made of a mud puddle and
Yeah.
smashed him in the fucking face.
I
That's
believe
where
it.
his Timberwolves stuff is, and not some $3,000
Cashmere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they would have flashed down, he had the J's on him. Sure.
Those are some nice ones you got on your toes there. I like both of your
Because
shoes there today.
downtown guys caters for the Wolves, right?
Yep.
Moroccan, French, Cajun restaurant.
Sure.
And so Gunna played last night at the Armory. And that's when
Oh.
big friends. So I think, I think Edwards was a little more excited.
That's an inside scoop.
After the game. Yep.
That's an inside scoop.
I mean, he's 22.
I believe it. He needs to stay away from people like Gunna. That's what happens to Ja Morant. We need to. Yeah.
Well, Anthony Edwards is a rapper.
Yeah.
He's came out and said once he gets his, feet in the NBA a little bit, he's going to come out.
He's going to get his brother off, and then he's going to feature AE.
Jesus.
You know why he's number 5?
Because there's 4 better players out there.
Where?
So when he was 14, his grandma and mom both died of cancer.
Jesus.
On back-to-back months on the 5th day of the month. And so he's carried that. That's why it was important for him to get that back in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's a good, wholesome kid. That's, he could have gone anywhere for college.
Yeah, and that probably definitely humbles a kid. You know what I mean? And that's what you hope is like, you hope that loss, thinking about that in life of itself, just like, not just loss, but like giving things up in order to enjoy and take care, like advantage of the things that you have. You know what I mean? Like, I want to eat cheesecake 5 meals a day.
Yeah.
I don't.
But you know what I mean? It might be tacos. It might be fucking lasagna. It might be whatever. Pizza. I get it. I just want to crush.
It's just like a family. He stayed in Georgia to be close to the family.
Yep.
And you look at Dallas Turner for the Vikings. I
Yep.
watched this thing with his mom. And you have these young college athletes who are going to professional organizations.
Yep.
And that's all these parents and even kids want is they want to go to a good, sound, solid foundation of an organization with good ownership from the top down.
Yep.
And they were ecstatic that, nobody necessarily likes coming here because it's cold, but especially in the Vikings case, it's a well-run organization from the top down.
Yeah.
The Wilfs, KOC, like when you come here, it's perfect.
Trainers,
So
all
Ant
the way.
couldn't have came into a better situation with the Wolves too, not with the ownership aspect of it, but it is a good franchise with good people around them. And once like players like Cat realized I'm not Carl Anthony Billboard.
Yeah.
I'm here to groom you to be the best in the NBA. And I'm going to be a role player. I'm going to be the best shooting big in the NBA. I still, after 8 years in the NBA, have no muscle mass at all.
Cat.
He can't get by anybody with
An interesting specimen. That's for sure.
Make sure he can shoot the 3, though.
He can J. And he can take over too. That's the crazy part.
He can.
You need him. You need
A
guys.
lot of people still hate, and we've hated on him
Oh,
on this show for years.
I've said move, Cat.
but
you can't. I know.
He
It's about the chemistry. And
he's
when
a
the team,
bigger KD without the handles. With that shot, we don't have a better shooter on the team.
yeah, the only difference is KD's got fucking rings.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the
thank
thing.
He's the best shooter I've ever
Thank
seen.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
KD is a reaper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jump shot,
But yes, I get what you're saying. Yeah. But Nas, I have
Nas is broke.
much. Yeah, they all.
Did you hear about the tattoo shop?
Of course.
Give a Nas Reed tattoo.
He's up to like 200 Nas Reed
for
tattoos.
$20.
$20. He posted it and said anybody that wants it, and everybody got it. Nas Reed, dude.
Yeah, just Nas Reed.
It's beautiful.
Where are we coming to with people like, you know what? I'm gonna get that professional athlete's face.
We're lost, John.
It's
John,
just his-
society
it's
is
just
gone.
his
It's
name,
been
but
gone.
it's not that they just want a tattoo for $20.
Sure, or they want it to what it signifies. You know what I mean? It signifies
The 6-man.
a season that we're not used to
I'd
in
rather
Minnesota.
get a $20 nice platinum sports memorabilia card in the other room.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, absolutely, baby. Come on in, babe. I
Or
love
like
it.
that, do a nice
I like that.
$3,000 watch.
Yeah, no big deal. He'll bail you
So
out.
did you actually watch the game, or were you just hitting golf balls the whole time?
Me?
Yeah.
So I made the.
Where was this at again?
I made
Shout
the
out.
horrific mistake of taking my daughter and her friend and her friend's parents to Tom's Watch Bar.
Never heard.
No.
It's on 7th and Hennepin. And
Oh, yeah, in the zone.
I mean, talk about putting 1,000+ people crammed in a bar around a horseshoe bar, but then there's some golf simulators, which serve as like a private area.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a VIP
Not,
spot.
not private room, private area. So I rented one of these. They wanted $50 an hour for 4 hours, $50 minimum per person, right? So we get there, and I'm like, all right, you know, let me get a Heineken Zero, and let me
Yeah.
get like,
Yeah.
you know, the dad drank, right? It's like 2 vodka sodas.
Yeah.
Let me get a lemonade for the girls. An hour later,
Yeah.
this damn shit hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
Right? An hour. And I'm like, the waiter keeps coming by, you know,
And you're-
he's a gay waiter, and he's like, I'm
Oh,
sorry, you know,
poor guy, dude.
these
Poor
drinks
guy.
aren't here yet, you know, I'll be back.
Where were they
So
at?
I looked at him like, how the fuck am I supposed to meet a $450 minimum or $300 minimum if I can't get one drink order
Correct.
for the first half of the game?
Mike,
And
I tell you what,
you're a bartender.
If I was Drankson,
What's going
I had
on?
to go there and I was waiting an hour for my vodka.
oh, it would have been bad. But the cool thing about it is that the TV was about as big as these walls back
Yep.
here.
Yep.
And then at halftime, you could switch it over. They had like a soccer ball and a football.
Yep.
And you could like, you know, throw it at the screen.
Those are fun.
Yeah, so it was a good time. Quickly lost interest in the game.
It's just
You
depressing.
know, I'd rather be in court than to sit there.
Oh, yeah, baby. Classic.
I love the people watching.
I love court.
I can't
Yeah.
It's great.
stand-
I've been there a lot.
So John he left out that part because I talked to him and he's like, yeah, I rented this golf simulator for the Wolves. You should come out. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I'm like, I would. I just made plans. He didn't tell me his daughter's friend's parents were going. That wouldn't have been a good scene for me. You get me in public.
Oh, yeah. You can't take
during
Mike
a
anywhere.
playoff
You
T-Mobile.
can't take Mike anywhere.
Playoff
You know
T-Mobile
this,
game.
John. John, if it's the two of you, you know this, John. If it's the two of you, you can go wherever you guys want.
Right.
But if you're bringing anyone,
Yeah, you're trying to make an impression.
oh,
on Little Aaron's bestie's parents.
Mike
not
is
here.
just
No.
throw
First of all, Jeff and Jackie
JJ.
are OGs, right?
Yeah, all right.
From Australia. She's a
Oh, down under.
down on the queen.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious. And Jeff is a good old boy. He's like a Minnesota high school quarterback, got a nice.
Oh, I could see. Yeah. All
You
right.
know, like,
Okay. All right. Yeah. I like
the
it.
old dugout.
like,
Yeah.
Christopher Fred, these people would have been right there with you.
Oh, I like that. All right, we'll let that one slide then. You tend to think of the other kids'
You know,
parents.
Like, if people are vanilla, I can't have them.
Yeah.
Oh, I would hope they wouldn't have Vanilla. Don't want Johnny around either. You know how that
All
goes.
chocolate, white chocolate.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God.
So between our last show
Yep.
and this show,
Yep.
we've had many dynasty drafts. We've
Yep.
had an NFL draft
Yep.
and a bunch of quarterbacks off the board, NFL history, and the Vikes potentially got their guy of the future. I'd like your feedback on not only JJ McCarthy for the Minnesota Vikings, but also where the other quarterbacks went. and their future success with those teams.
Okay, so I'll rank them. Rank them by most successful, too early, most successful.
Too early, most successful.
I will go Caleb, and then I will go JJ, and then I will go Jaden, and then I will go Bo Nix, and then I will go Drake May, and then I'll go Penix, and then the rest.
Okay.
I love the situation for Caleb. Unfortunately, man, the North is going to be such a bloodbath, dude. That's the only problem is you have 4 fucking teams now that are all good.
Potentially. I'd say by next year.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying it's good, but yeah, that's what I'm saying.
100%.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I think, number one, I'm going to say this. I think Caleb Williams is the next Ryan Leaf.
Oof. I hope. I mean, that would be great too.
So I'm going to start there.
That'd be great too.
And I'd say this. The rest of the Bears team, I love.
Yeah.
Except
I know
maybe
that's
the running back.
You don't like Swifty?
I'm not a big Swift. No, I Gainwell was better than Swift.
Sure.
Anyways, so I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go Drake May
At 2?
At 1.
At 1.
JJ McCarthy at 2.
That's a fucking.
Clickbait.
I like
I'm
that.
gonna go Jaden Daniels at 3.
Oh wow. Okay.
Then I'm gonna go Penix. At
Big
4.
Dick P, dude.
And
All right.
then I'm gonna go Bo Nix. And probably the truth is,
Yeah.
somewhere in 4 and 5 there,
Yeah.
there's some quarterback drafted later that's going to be better.
Sure,
than those
sure.
guys.
Yeah.
And I don't think Williams will be in the NFL 4 years from now.
God, wouldn't that be something? You got to reach. I just think that unfortunately in today's society, a guy like Caleb Williams is a very marketable commodity because he has the fan base on both sides of the political spectrum, which is weird because of how he is not a very good leader.
No.
You know what I mean? And you've seen what happens when he gets into emotional situations. You like a Tom Brady who is poker faced. When he's mad, you can tell, but when he's never exuberantly happy, and that's Caleb's crying in his mama's lap, not with the team.
Let me ask you guys something.
Let's hear it.
Are you a fan of Caleb Williams?
Yes.
Less than him.
I'm okay. So I think that if you talk to most people,
Sure.
they aren't a fan of Caleb Williams.
For
They
on the field or off the field?
Off the field.
No.
Right. And I get that. No, believe me and Mike cannot stand. That's what gives him that asterisk. But the on the field untouchables. Untouchable,
Untouchable, intangible.
I just think that you could drop an average quarterback in Chicago right now, and they can do above average things.
I think you could drop me in Chicago right now.
I don't know about that.
Above average.
I think you'd have plenty of clients because Chirac is booming, business is booming.
DJ Moore, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Roma
Dunze. Just an interesting group of guys, but you've seen it before where you can put a hodgepodge of talented people, and it doesn't click, and that's what can happen. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
a good player.
The problem with what I see on your list is just having Drake May that high simply being dropped into a team that is rebranding, retuning. I hope so, but that's the problem is, but that's the problem is the first 4 years of a quarterback's career tend to jeopardize if they succeed or don't. Whether they get put with a clipboard in their hand, like anybody, Darnold, all those boys, who now they got the right situation. But that's the thing. I don't know if the first 4 years they're going to get him enough good film.
My favorite quarterback is Jaden. Right?
Okay, I like that. That's going to be an interesting drop.
But
I like it.
And I hate this is so stupid, but
Yeah.
RG3 in Washington, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
Deja vu.
Yeah,
Sure.
Deja vu, getting hurt and calling
Weird elbow, weird freaking.
The thing with Jaden is he could just sit back in the pocket and never run, and he's still the best arm that came out.
Sure.
Best deep ball, best accuracy. He's got, the 5 years
Yep.
playing college football. All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this year, and then I'll go career. This year it's Jaden 1, Caleb 2, JJ 3, Bo Nix 4, Drake May 5, Michael Penix 6.
This year.
What if the Bears would have taken Jaden?
Wouldn't that have been something?
It would have been a dynasty in Chicago.
It's still going to be.
I hope not. The thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around with is I wanted JJ McCarthy. I wanted basically what had gone down to happen. I didn't want to give up our first from next year, and I wanted them to package and play with the picks that we had this year and move up and get our guys. And for them to do that and get JJ for what they got him for, I think that the only asterisk that I have on JJ McCarthy, because I love the guy and I fucking hope to God it's just succeeds. But the only asterisk is he played with one of the best college football teams ever. And when you play with an offensive line, wide receivers like that, a defense, a coach like that, you tend to look sharp because everyone around you is firing on these cylinders of, A+ fucking recruits, 4-star fucking guys. And now everything is going to be faster. And thank God he doesn't have to start week 1.
No.
The best situation is because of that. You don't need a guy. Rookie quarterbacks shouldn't start year 1. That's just the way it is.
He also came into Michigan. I don't know if he ever lost a game before he played a game.
Sure. Winner. No doubt in my mind. That's great. And that's not the asterisk. Yeah. Oh, I know he's a winner.
Yeah.
And I love that
Then you
shit.
go to Michigan. Yeah, it's built around him.
Yes.
And he just continues to build on that winning resume.
I hope.
And the best part about him is he's literally everything you want in a franchise quarterback.
Sure.
He's humble.
Yep.
He's got that leadership. You get him behind a microphone, he can answer any question. Looks great. I mean, he's marketable. He's got the visor.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she a hard say?
Yeah.
She's a hot say.
So he's humble. He's humble. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, high school sweetheart.
Even better. Stays family means something.
Patty
All right.
Mahomes, his gal is.
Oh, Brittany, dude. Brittany, squealer.
Well, the personality drops
Oh.
to 4. Maybe if she'd be a 6 if she never opened her mouth. But yeah, he's everything you want. So now it's, can we carry that over?
Yeah.
Do we trust our head coach, who's the quarterback whisperer?
I think,
Bring
the
him forward.
alcohol's going to catch up with their Chiefs, boy.
Yeah?
Yeah. They just, you see Taylor Swift, you see Kelsey, you see Mahomes, just like alcoholism is running rampant.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, they're partying.
They're partying.
Yeah, they're living their best life.
And it's hard not to.
They deserve to.
Man.
But, money doesn't save you from the distraction.
Nope.
Of
Nope.
losing like that.
That's just it. It's interesting to see because now they gave Kelsey more money.
Yep.
And that's an interesting transition. It's so interesting to me how now being a dynasty participant.
Yep.
Okay. And I had somebody, we got into it, and I'll leave their name out, but they knocked at my door in Dynasty and they said, "Hey man, let me
Watching probably.
No, I hope I love him, but I'll be nice. Don't worry." And he said, "Let me get Aaron Rodgers." Sounds good. He's my QB3. Don't need him. Said, perfect. I'm in a rebuild. I'll tank probably anyway. And yeah, sure. So I sent him Aaron Rodgers for a 2027 late first.
Yep.
Said, go ahead. He's all yours. And I get, what the heck, bro? I thought we were friends. And I said, what do you mean? You get AR for 2 years. That's a top 10 QB in fantasy. I would assume. This year he'll be a top 10 QB. Yeah, if he's healthy. And I said, that's in 2027, a late first. I said, buddy, it's a quarterback. In dynasty football, there is less QBs than there are every other skill position in fantasy football. And if I hold on to Aaron Rodgers and week 1, 2, 3, a quarterback is going to go down or multiple, I'm going to easily trade him for a future first to somebody that has a good team. So why would I sell Aaron Rodgers, which given right now, his value is the lowest it's going to be because he hasn't proven that he can beat the injury and he hasn't taken any snaps with the Jets.
Yep.
And I know he will. It's AR.
Yeah.
But it's like, and that's what I got very upset at the time because that's how I am. I need to work on that shit. I have a short fuse. And I said, buddy, I am so sick of people sending me asking for somebody and then telling me I'm wrong with the value that I'm putting on that player.
Yeah,
It's one thing to
he's
say
worth what
wrong.
you want for him.
It's another thing to say I thought we were friends.
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
down
all I'm
with you.
saying. And given the guy's a great dude, it was early. He was waking up in the morning. I caught him off guard. I love the guy. But it's the simple fact of I traded a first and a second for Aaron Rodgers when he signed with the
Yeah, when you
Jets.
did that,
When he signed with the Jets, I traded for him a first and a second, and the guy proceeded to tell me, well, it's not my fault you made bad trades. Now, this is a guy who just slipped off CMC for 2 first-round picks, a 27-year-old CMC, 2 first-round picks. So if I'm just trying to do what's best for my squad, and if that's dynasty football, and that's what gets you excited.
Yep.
You know, that's the difference between a snake draft and a fucking rookie draft.
I sniped off Devonta Smith and Jordan Addison and Quentin.
Was that on the startup?
Quentin Johnson on the startup draft.
Well,
Oh, boy.
Quentin actually does.
Q, lock him in. Don't even worry. I got stock. We're in the same boat there. Water's coming in the boat. Water's coming. I know. But they got the boy. They got Ladd. They got Laddie, dude.
Josh Palmer.
Oh, I got stock in him, too. I need all those guys.
I was just happy to get John back in the dynasty.
I am, too. Welcome back, John.
Well, considering my team went undefeated.
I know. We don't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then they won the belt. Yeah, no big deal. Now Steen's walking around swinging his dick around like he drafted the team. It's like, yeah.
He had the belt. I said, just to let you know.
This is asterisk.
You get that half the year. John gets it the other
Yeah.
half.
Tell him to look in the record books by Barry Bonds, and he'll see an asterisk next to that number.
I was like, I did that draft year. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, yeah, buddy, it's okay. You know?
Well, no, because you drafted, and that's the difference between drafting and dynasty, and you'll see this quite often.
Yeah.
When people don't necessarily know dynasty, they will come in and they will get a bunch of great veteran fucking studs because people are looking at age, and those guys tend to fall, and then you just got to grab a belt.
Yeah.
You got to grab the belt. Very smart. Yeah, it's
you
definitely.
You built a more win now.
Yeah, where Mike tends to just burn the whole thing to the ground and hope that flowers just pop up from the ashes.
Some of them.
Some of them do.
Yeah. Well, some of the leagues. There's
Yeah.
a couple of them I'm
Yes, that you held strong.
win now, and
Yeah.
even in the one you were in, you know, I probably made the most trades in a month that I have in over a year in that one.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that was I called into this dynasty show and told them about the trade.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
What'd I say? Tag, you're it, dude. Tag, you're it. You called in the Dynasty show.
Oh, I listen to it all the time.
All right.
It was always like, why do you listen to this every day? I'm like, because I enjoy it. I said, why do you play Roblox every day? Get the fuck out of my
Yeah.
face.
Oh my God, these kids, poor kids, dude.
But I took, I took a step back to hopefully take 3 steps forward.
That's the goal always.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was risky. I don't think I got better for this run this year, but I think overall my team got much better.
You're the Minnesota Vikes.
You know? So we'll see. It's
I got
exciting.
Drake May in my dynasty.
Oh, that's good. I got Jaden.
So Johnny, we're drafting, and
Don't let me forget. Keep going.
Yep, I
Don't let me
literally have the 1-7.
Okay.
This is a super flex.
Okay.
And I'm looking, and it's the way this roster is. Our starting roster it's huge.
Huge.
There's 4.
No waiver.
There's 4 flexes.
Yeah, there's no wire.
And a super flex, and
Yeah.
your receivers and running back. So I'm looking at my team, and I have a good team. I was right in the middle last year.
Right next to me.
Yeah, middle of the road. Yeah.
I finished 1 at Bellevue.
Yeah.
You had the 1-6. I was the
On the other
1-7.
league, though.
I made the playoffs, and I lost right.
Keep going.
Do I get a ring for winning our league?
You should ask Steen to buy you one.
ask
That's
Steen.
No, I'm talking about the other league I won this year with Mike in it.
Oh, you got to buy your own ring.
Oh, look.
Yeah,
Yeah, we buy our own though.
Sober league I won.
Yeah, you
I'm
got to
proud
buy
of
your own.
Fuck it.
So I'm looking
As
at
long
it,
as he doesn't. That's all.
and I said, well, fuck it. And I sold CJ Stroud an hour
Oh,
before the draft
yep.
for 3 firsts in that. So I immediately went from 1 first to 4, and I got JJ McCarthy and then 3 receivers. So I filled out the rest of my roster. I got worse again, but I also it's fantasy football, right?
I get it.
We want it to be fun.
My biggest
And I
balls.
got JJ McCarthy.
I had the biggest ball moment of the whole thing, and I had the 1-1, the 1-4, and the 111.
Yep.
And I had told it Mike for weeks.
And I had the 1, 2, the 1, 5, and the 1, 12. I was right behind him.
Right behind me. And I said, Mike, I'm just going to take Caleb regardless. I'm just going to do it because I'm not going to overthink it. And that day of the draft, I got off of work on a Saturday. I went home. I took a nap. And right before I fell asleep on my nap, I said, Marvin Harrison. Yeah. I'm like, Marvin Harrison, Matt, you already have Kyler. It's a 1 QB league. I'm like, you already got Kyler. You get the connection. I'm like, perfect. And then I'll take JJ at 4. And I took fucking Marvin at 1. And guess what? At 4, Caleb fell. He fell right into my lap because they were all set. They were all set on their guys. And Brock Bowers went number 3.
I like Brock.
I do too, but that's number 3. And Caleb just, with his painted nails, just sits right on my lap, dude.
Yeah, it worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Did you get Bowers?
No.
No stock in Bowers.
I got no stock in Bowers either.
It's a hot commodity. I don't know. I'm scared, man.
Yeah.
Can't be brought down.
Michael Mayer, dude. I saw his highlights.
I don't want to play the Raiders.
I do.
Oh, man.
I do.
definitely don't
Give me
want to go to
Zamir.
the Raiders game.
I don't want to play.
Will not go to another Raiders game. I had chafed nipples, and we didn't see a score until like
3-0.
I remember.
It was the worst game
Yeah.
I've ever.
And then the next week, the Raiders.
Matt
lost
doesn't
60.
remember because he didn't even watch. He was watching Red Zone.
Yeah.
For the whole
good
time.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I haven't seen you guys on the screen yet. No big deal. I like it.
All
It's
I know
exciting.
is Sarah, Mike, and I went out for a night, and she had the shirt on. We're like,
Sure.
3/4 of her boobs were.
Sure.
We took this picture by the Eiffel Tower. There's Mike's face, my face, this much of the Eiffel Tower, and then Sarah's boobs. Just.
I mean, you got to get him in the selfie, right?
Of course, Mike was taking the picture.
Yeah. Print it. He's got that on. He's got that on a tapestry in the house. There, yeah, framed. Yeah, no big deal. Jeez Louise,
Yeah, blow
that's.
it up and have her sign it.
Oh, I love it. God, Mikey,
Jeez.
Michael
Let's see if I
Bear.
can get over to this. We do have we are a live interactive.
Are we a live interactive show, dude? You're gonna
We
fuck
might.
it up. Watch out, dude.
Oh, these don't even look like
That ain't
people,
even
though.
it. You're in the wrong thing. You clicked the wrong button. Oh, what's that? Show it.
Oh,
Whoa! Oh, Sarah!
It is.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh!
50 says, I bet.
Muffin.
You own them in about everyone.
Yeah.
There.
Patriots
Yeah.
are trash. Congratulations.
Tell Drake May.
Drake May is the chosen one, the resurrectionist, dude. Oh my God.
So I gave you my short-term list, my long-term list. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they had on SportsCenter this morning and last night when we were at the bar, I could see it with no sound. And they're going through the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And they're in their rookie mini camps.
Yeah.
And man, Michael Penix, those jerseys are clean. He looked
Atlanta?
clean. And I think he's going to be the one. I couldn't believe that you passed on him twice in the second to allow.
Oh yeah. I'm not grabbing. And the only yeah.
So was I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take that, Kirk.
Yeah,
I mean, fuck. I love Kirk.
I did.
Oh, that's fine. I get why he
He's an
left.
ex-girlfriend.
I get why he left. I 100%. I 100%.
Smile in the podium in Atlanta. It's all a show.
Oh, I get it, and that's okay. That's all
I
right.
think it's a show.
I don't think
I'm
he.
not
I
gonna
think his.
bash his Christianity.
I bet you his whole family. Think about it. Did he want to leave? No, but
Yes, he did. That's why he did.
he's a money man. He's always been the money man.
Well,
So it's not necessarily that he wanted to leave. He loved the organization. He loved the coach. He loved the guys. But he also knows it's a business and it can go downhill really quick for a QB. So you got to get your cash.
I know. And I'm sure the $400 million he's already made.
Oh, I know.
I'm not worried about running out.
I get it.
And at the end, at the end of the year too, or at the end of his career, I mean that's his.
We told him.
His wife's family's there. It's like this one's for
Sure.
you.
But we also told him as a franchise, we said, hey, we're going to take our next guy, regardless if you stay or not. And guess what? He went to Atlanta, and they didn't say that. They handed him the keys to the castle. And then guess what? They Green Bay Packered his ass, and they said with the first pick in the 20, and he didn't get they didn't grab a skill player. They grabbed a fucking a future, a 30-year-old future.
No, he's not 30. He's going to go into a really good situation, and Michael Penix is not a bad quarterback.
I'm not saying he is.
You know, so
Before we
Let's hear it.
sign off,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to talk about how great of a pick Dallas
I'm so pumped.
Oh, our defense
I'm so
is
pumped.
good, man.
It is. And not only that, but all the free agent picks, which we've talked about previous, but like all the toys that you could tell Flores was just like, hey, Queasy, let me get this dude. And he's like, oh, you like that guy? Bang. And then he was like, hey, let me get this dude.
Did you see the reel where Queasy walked by to
Yeah.
KOC and he
We're
goes,
getting him.
Turner.
We got
We
him.
got him.
Really?
And he go, really?
Really?
Fuck them picks. That's what's up. Fuck them picks.
You know,
Yeah.
we traded a lot. I had sent that thing if you look at it, but I think a lot of people forget compensatory picks
Correct.
too. And for Kirk and Daniil Hunter next year,
Yep.
we're going to get third
Thirds.
round compensatory
Yep.
picks. And third round's a great.
And maybe even another third for tampering. We'll just say.
So last year,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
last year, as a season ticket holder, I got
Yeah.
invited to this like chalk talk at the
I like that.
right? Where Quasey and Kevin break down film of the draft picks we got, right? You should have seen these two together, like when they walked in the room.
Strut.
Ass slaps. Like these two.
They're boys.
These two, they're more than boys.
They're cohesive.
Yeah,
They're a
hanging
cohesive
out.
unit.
Yeah, they're hanging out for movies.
Bro, they're in locker rooms, dude. I'm telling you.
Really?
KOC says, he goes,
I just wonder what he was really thinking about when he made that.
KOC, he always goes like this. He's like, man, my family takes the brunt of me being a head coach. You know, I'm never home, I'm never out. And then you see him on any kind of tape where he's in the room with the boys, and they're just like, they're just having the best time of their life.
But he's young.
He's great,
With him.
and he's got the Sean McVay coaching tree of like, listen, this ain't forever. Let's have fun. This is a kid's.
Right.
It's a
not
kid's
Mike
game.
Zimmer, like,
What he's really
Correct.
saying is like, my wife is sweeping the kitchen floor right now. Thank
Bro.
God she can keep
The maid's sweeping, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't even got him.
White
Yeah.
man
She's
doing
out. She's
nothing.
down at the Egan Outlets right now, dude. Swiping. I love it. I know you do. Anywhere.
I got these at the Egan Outlets.
You're
Look at these,
flossing.
like, you know, watch this. Check this out.
What the hell is that?
Just slip on like that. There's no shoelaces.
Oh.
Did you see they're making the new Jordan Golf ones like that? Can you zip that completely off, or does it stay like that?
No, it's the.
Oh, so you can zip the whole one off on the golf, and it's a
No,
slide.
it's just the slide, and they're golf shoes.
Yeah, these are
I don't know how I
slide
feel
air-
about
air-
that. I'm not a golfer.
They're weird.
Not a golfer, dude.
Stino and I were talking about it yesterday. They're weird. That's kind of cool. Though.
Yeah, and they're purple from the Vikings games, bro.
You're dialed in, dude.
Now they-
I love to hear it.
I just should have got purple trim on these basketball shorts.
Well, whatever. We get
One day at
we
a
get
time.
The point.
You know,
Speaking of one day at a time,
let's hear it.
so we talked about this like probably 2 months ago.
Yep.
And every once in a while, I'm driving in this morning, and there's a lot going on
There's a lot
in
going
our
on.
lives,
Yeah,
right? You know,
lot
we're
going
gonna
on.
broadcast it, but
Yeah.
there's just a lot going on, and so I'm driving in, and I think fucking country music does it to me too.
You get all fucking
You
sad.
know, gets me all sappy and
Fucking-
fucking emotional. And it's like, God
My
damn it.
dog's down by the river.
I'm like, man, they're just. I feel like I'm leaving so much on the table with life sometimes. Like, I
Sure.
could be doing more when I'm already like busy.
I get it.
I'm like, man, I'm grateful that we have Gopher State in 2 weeks
It's gonna be great.
to just fill up the cup.
Yeah,
Oh man, because I'm like, I need it right now.
yeah.
Life is
Like I said,
kicking ass.
just with me, just with working 6 days a week since the start of the year, that alone, my brain is so fucking fried. And then everything else that's just going on in life, not even just with us, but just society as a fucking whole. Look at this shit. Right when I hit the gram,
I know.
Oh, man,
How do we get that?
it doesn't matter, dude. If you guys can hear us, we love you. Hopefully we get this internet. Daly, thanks for coming in, bro.
Through every dark night, there's a bright day.
Amen. And if there
No matter
isn't,
how hard it gets, stick your chest out.
then
Keep
strive.
your head up.
Got it. Yeah. If you need help, call Daly. Yeah.
Twist Ace.